AUG had to secure a court order to keep Akingbola beyond the 48 hours allowed by law in order not to violate his fundamental right to freedom. On the foreign scene, it's been testy times for British-Pakistani relations, but that might soon change as the UK Prime Minister David Cameron and President Asif Ali Zardari of Pakistan will try to patch up their differences during formal talks at Chequers later. UK Prime Minister had stirred up with tensions recently after saying that Pakistan will not be allowed to promote the export of terror. Mr. Cameron says he continues to stand by his comments, but Mr. Zardari said he will personally challenge him over the remarks during his visit. Today is the 65th anniversary of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, and for the first time, a U.S. representative is attending ceremonies to mark the day. About 140,000 people were killed or died within months of the bomb being dropped by a U.S. aircraft in 1945 in the final days of World War II. Japan surrendered after a second atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki 3 days later on August 9. Washington's decision to send its ambassador to Tokyo, John Ross, is being seen by some in Japan as a sign that President Barack Obama may decide to visit Hiroshima when he comes to Japan. Now, those are the headlines. Wilson.
Thank you, Tonya. There was a lot of bombing, as it were. Well, there's a lot of bombing that's taking place on Custom Street at the marketplace that the SEC is done. But let's take a further look at some of the issues that are standing right now with the unfolding story. We'll bring you some of this later on the program. We're getting a lot of reactions regarding those actions taken by the SEC and some other matters arising from there. Let's take a break. When we come back, I will get into the business of the day. Okay, so we getting on with the rest of the program right now. So let's bring in Okechukwu Negbu, the Chief Executive Officer of Maxiphone Securities on phone to us on the program. Good morning. Thank you very much for finding time to be with us on phone.
Good morning, boss. Thank you very much.
Okay, despite the issues you have on hand and all that, we appreciate the fact that you made time to speak to us on the state of the market and what has happened. I'm sure you've read the newspapers and the media regarding the actions taken by the SEC over the past few hours, the removal of Dangote and Ndio Kereke from the stock exchange. SEC yesterday confirmed that it has not verified those allegations but went on to use its powers. Bring us up to speed. You are a solicitor, an advocate and an arbitrator by profession. Give us your sense of the issues unfolding.
Thank you, Boston. I think SEC has done something that I've never seen done anywhere in the world. You cannot take a drastic action based on mere allegation without proper investigation. One would have believed that SEC could have sat down, made issued queries, and get them to react. They have an administrative proceedings committee. And I don't know whether they did that, but from what they did, the SEC said that they have not fully investigated and they took this action. Smacks of what I might call, are we heading back to a situation where we now use impunity, jungle justice to decide what ought to be done through the proper procedure? Because I don't see it as the right thing, and I believe right now we are clapping that something has been done, but the effects will start manifesting, because our market is not just market for Nigeria alone. Our market is an international market, and people will wonder what sort of thing we are doing. When people do things wrong, you investigate them. After all, one old man in the US, Alan Greenspan, was called back when the American economy went down to come and take charge what of the things he did. But honestly, Godson, I don't know what this one is supposed to be. I know there are the reactions. I know SEC want to do the right thing. They want to stabilize the market. But I believe that they should follow proper due procedure to be able to stabilize the market. What is happening now, I'm away from Lagos, but I was told that policemen invaded the stock exchange yesterday. We didn't need to go that way. We needed to do that certain things with some decorum and civilize people.
Mr. Nobu, you said this is jungle justice. I'm sure you've spent a number of years, not just in the banking industry, but also the capital markets, such that anywhere in the world, has there been in a record where Securities and Exchange Commission moves in, takes over the affairs of a self-regulatory organization, appoints the president or the head of the exchange, appoints the managing director, and runs a regulator as well as run the stock exchange at the same time?
I have not seen it done, and I must confess that this is the first time such a thing is happening, and I need to be proved wrong that it has been done anywhere. Remember that the stock exchange is a company limited by guarantee with members, and the members are the highest ruling body, rule-making body of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and they have already elected a council, and the council derives the powers from the members' vote. I think if they wanted to do such a thing, all they would have done is to call the highest rule-making body, that is the members, that because of what you've said, based on proper investigation, something has gone wrong, and you members should take action by conducting an emergency general meeting to re-elect a new council. What I'm saying now is not supposed to be what is supposed to happen. I think maybe correction will be made, but the damage has been done. I think we start doing things in the right and proper manner, because this is very disturbing for the market. And I don't know where this has happened. I'm confirming that it has not happened anywhere in the world, and I need to be proved wrong.
Okay, finally, we need to let you go at this point. The used stockbrokers or brokerage firms that are licensed are the owners of a stock exchange, and that's the practice all over the world. The owners of the stock exchange have not been allowed to have a say in this matter, as the SEC has gone with this kind of actions.
Yes, stockbroking firms are the members of the exchange. That's what I was just saying, and that they have not even known what has happened. The DG of SEC briefed them and told them they are taking an action, and that action is based on an allegation. And I'm sure that they should be meeting by now. they should have to consider the ramifications and the effects of what has happened on our market. But let us assure the Nigerian investing public that this does not mean any big problem for the market not to operate. The market will continue to operate, and all of us will put our hands down, our heads together to find a solution. But in the meantime, I think they should take another look at what has happened and see how we can repair the damage.
Okay, thank